Hi, it's Debbie from Create Pretty Things, Chalk Pretty Things. Let's chalk a little Try Me kit. The Try Me kits are perfect for people who have never used Chalk Couture before, and also perfect for the people who want a one and done, a quick project. So here is what we have. These are an exclusive kit that are found on the website, and this is what they contain. They contain one package of black velvet paste. Now this is more than enough to complete this project, so make sure that you squeeze out just a little bit into a tray or a paper plate, because once it's out of the package, you can't put it back in, but you can reseal the package and use the rest for later. So go ahead and pour just a little bit out from here. Now I'm not going to use this because I have jars of paste, so I'm going to use that. It comes with one mini squeegee. Use this, keep this for all your projects. It comes with our little Snoopy transfer, and this is what we're going to be doing. He's on a doghouse. We always see him laying on his doghouse, kind of watching the sky, seeing what's going on. So this is the transfer that we're going to use tonight. Now, these are reusable silkscreen transfers. This is our A size, our smallest size. And notice how simple this is. It's simple for a reason. It's a quick project for you to do. It's beautiful to display. And what's really beautiful is this frame that it comes with. This is called our drop-in frame. And I will show you the beauty of this frame. As you jump on, if you're watching the replay and you don't see the red live button above, please type in #replay so I know you watched. And if you want the shopping cart, the link to the shopping cart, comment doghouse as one word, DOGHOUSE, no space, and then check your messenger and you'll get a message back. Okay, here's our beautiful white frame. Notice it has a slot in the top. That's where you drop in your surface. Now it comes with these surfaces here, and it comes with extra surfaces. It comes with 3, I believe. Yes, 3 of these double-sided surfaces. So they are like a piece of white cardboard, but they have this really nice smooth surface to them. See, they're double-sided. So even though you're chalking Snoopy and his doghouse on this side, you can always reverse it and chalk something else on the back side. And likewise, when you pop it in this frame, you can show either this side with the doghouse or this side with the bright Christmas decoration that you've done. And then you've got 2 more refills, which is really 4 projects to do. So this is a really good price point for this. I'm going to go ahead and chalk on this, and I'll show you how simple it is. But what you would basically do with this kit is just put it in the center, chalk your black design over, peel it off, and you'd have just the outline of this doghouse and Snoopy on it. What I'm going to do, and you won't be able to do this with just what's in here, but what I want to do is I want to paint the background blue. I want to paint the doghouse red, and maybe add some clouds. So I've got this colonial blue paste, but I think it's just a little bit dark for my sky. So I'm going to do some mixing. I'm going to get out some of my bright white and lighten up this colonial blue a little bit. So that's what I'm going to make my background out of. Do you see how I'm just mixing it in this color tray? These are called color trays. If you ever hear us talk about color trays, they're just little plastic containers that can be reused, washed out, to mix your paint, to squeeze out your paint out of your packets, whatever you want to do. Now I'm hoping that that's going to be enough color paste to paint my background, and I think it will be. This is kind of a small little canvas, if you will, and I am just going to get a paintbrush. Maybe I'll get my spongy one, and maybe I want to add some water to this. Let's add some water just to kind of make it a little more fluid. And I really don't care if I mix this up really good, because I think variation in the sky is good. So I'm just going to go back and forth over this, paint my background with chalk paste. And yes, you can paint with chalk paste. I don't know if you knew that, but you can. As you jump on, say hello and let me know where you're watching from. I'd appreciate it. And let me know if you've ever used Chalk Couture before. What I'm doing is just adding, I sprayed it with a little bit of water just to make that paint spread a little easier for me. I just want coverage on the background, and then we're gonna dry it up and then we'll do our design. So I'm just gonna go ahead and add a real light color, real light wash of paint on here. And like I said, I don't care if it's streaky, I don't care if it's full coverage. This is gonna be our sky background. And I like those skies to be kind of streaky. We've got the best skies here in Arizona, guys. We really, really, really do. I love to watch our sunsets. I love to acknowledge the clouds during the day, if we get any. Okay, so I've got that painted. I'm gonna go ahead and dry it with my quick dry tool, just to get it dried. And then we'll go ahead and add our transfer. Now you don't have to do this step. This is just kind of an optional step. I always like to add like a blue background to stuff, like the sky. I don't know why. I just do. Have you guys ever used Chalk Couture before? If you haven't, this is a great kit to purchase and try it with. We have some Try Me kits that are less expensive. But this one really, since it's the 75th anniversary of Snoopy or Peanuts this month, this one is a great one to try. And I love Peanuts and Snoopy. I grew up with them. I always watched The Great Pumpkin. I love it. I mean, are you watching from, what, CC, Chalk Couture? Or what is CC? Okay, this is almost dry. So our chalk paste does dry pretty quick. I am looking for my surface wax. Well, I don't have my Chalk Couture one, it looks like, but this is just the same thing. It's just a sealing wax. And what this does is you just want to apply a little bit to your surface when you have a freshly painted surface, because your transfer is sticky and it will peel up that paste if you're not careful. Also, I kind of like the sheen that it adds to this. So you want a little bit on and you want to buff it off. I just use a paper towel to put it on. You can use a little wax applicator. You can use a piece of fabric if you'd like. So now that I have this with its waxed, background's painted, I'm going to get my little transfer, peel it from the backer, and you're going to keep this backer. Notice that the back of it's yellow. The one that sticks to it is white. Now you can fuzz this. You need to fuzz it a little bit just to reduce that stickiness a little bit. I've got my fuzzing towel over here. I'm just going to rub it down and lift it 3 or 4 times. 2, 3. It's just to lessen that stickiness a little bit so this transfer doesn't stick or stretch when you pull it up, or the paint doesn't come up. It's to protect both the transfer and the surface below. You can fuzz on your shirt, a towel, a cloth, anything you want. Now I'm going to go ahead and center this. I'm not sure how it's going to sit in the frame, but I'm going to try and center it. And if you're using just the black paste in itself, the black paste that comes with your kit, you would go ahead and use the black paste. Now, since I'm doing a little extra, this is what it looks like stuck to the transfer. If you're using the black, you would just go over this, and wherever it's white, the silk screen here, the paste is going to go through to the surface and it's going to stay there. The teal part isn't going to go through. So what I want to do, I think I'm going to go ahead and chalk it with this vanilla. It's a very neutral color, because I'm going to go ahead and paint in Snoopy and I'm going to paint in the doghouse. And so then I'll put the transfer back over. So I'm going to apply this just to give me a little bit of guideline on how to do my water painting, where the design's going to be. But I don't want it to be the main part. Then after I'm done watercoloring, I'm going to go back over it with black. I'm going to put the transfer back on and go over it with the black. So I'll go ahead and cap up my vanilla. Now, when you're chalking, you want to pull up the transfer while the paste is still wet. So consistency of paste is supposed to be like a frosting. And if it's any drier than that, you need to add some distilled water. Now, when you pull off a transfer, try to do it so you're not stretching it out. So I'm trying to do it straight down. And this is what it looks like. You can barely see it. I'm going to clean this transfer real quick just so you can see it, and also because I'm going to use it again with the black. So I'm spraying it with plain water. I'm going to get a paper towel. The sooner you clean this, the easier it is. And then I'm going to turn it over and gently do the other side. The back side is where the adhesive is, and that you want to take care of. So I'm just going to go kind of lightly. If I have any paste or paint or fuzz stuck on it, I'm going to wipe that off. And I'm going to go ahead and set it aside till I'm ready to use it. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and dry this just a little bit, and I'm going to start painting. Okay, I'm going to use candy apple red to paint my doghouse. So I've got it, and I'm going to water it down a little bit. Just to make it an easier consistency to spread. Now, these lines on here are to guide me in my painting process. So I'm not going to worry too much about going over the lines, but it does show me where the doghouse is and where to apply my paint. Or paste, as it is. And I don't have to be super, super careful, because when we lay that transfer back down with black ink, it's going to define everything a little bit better for me. Okay. So I'm just going to carefully go in here, kind of sketch out my lines. Color in. What color doghouse do you guys think of Snoopy being in? Do you think he's in like a black doghouse, a white doghouse, a blue, maybe a tan doghouse? I think that in the Snoopy days, Peanuts days, everything was very conservative, kind of. I don't think you went overboard with painting and making things look beautiful. So maybe it was just a plain wooden doghouse that wasn't even painted. I don't know. But my doghouse is going to be a little extra. It's going to be red. Now this chalk paste does have kind of a chalky texture when it's dry. So it's not going to be quite the smooth texture you're going to get with acrylics, but it's still going to be fun. I'm going to go around his ear here and just paint in where these lines are. Did you guys ever watch Snoopy when you were growing up? Peanuts, I keep calling it Snoopy, but it's really Peanuts, and Snoopy is one of the characters. Did you watch Snoopy and Peanuts? Hi Cheryl, how are you? I certainly did, but it wasn't on all the time. It wasn't something that we could stream. I don't think we didn't have streaming back then, obviously. I don't think it was even like a weekly series. I think it was kind of specials. Is that how you guys remember it? Specials, like the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. I don't remember watching it regularly. But maybe that's just me. But I did enjoy it. And there's so many sayings and behaviors that came from that. There's Lucy in the psychiatrist booth. She charged just a nickel for advice. There was Linus, who always had his blanket, and he was kind of, well, I guess Pigpen was dirty all the time. There was Schroeder, who played his piano. Charlie Brown was always kind of an insecure little goofball, is how I thought of him. Do you guys remember that the same way I do? Okay, here's his doghouse so far. Doesn't look like much, I know. Then I'm going to go ahead and do Snoopy. Snoopy's going to be all white. Let me get another little paintbrush, and I'm going to paint his face. And of course his eye's going to be black and his nose is going to be black. You know, and I think when I first thought of doing this background, I was going to paint the background. I was going to do the vanilla framing first, and then I was going to paint the background blue around it so that I wouldn't have the blue background to paint over. And I think I forgot about that, but I think this is working out just fine as it is. I'm going to go ahead and do his ear all white because the detail is going to come in from the transfer when we relay it. And I do his body and his feet. And once again, if I go over the lines that are chalked, it's okay, like the ones that are details, because we're going to bring those details back in just a minute. So here he is all painted. I need to do his nose and his eye in black, but I also want to add some clouds to the sky. And so I think I'm just going to kind of freelance those. Just doing some swirlies up in the sky, maybe one more. Okay. So this is what it looks like right now. I'm going to go in with the black and a real small paintbrush if I have one. This one's pretty pointed. I'm going to get a little bit of black and I'm going to do his nose. And his eye. And once again, I'm painting with the chalk paste itself. Okay, so that should be good. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm done chalking, I think. I'm done chalking. I might want to add some grass to the bottom. Let me get some green and add some grass. Got this green here. It's called Gravity. Yeah, I guess I'll do the Gravity. The Gravity's pretty bright, but that's okay, I think. Now I just need another paintbrush that's pointed, or else I need to clean this one. Okay, so I'm just going to get my Gravity paste, and I'm just going to draw some grass. Freelancing this. Up into the, well, maybe I should have done the outline first, but it's all right. I can always detail this out later. Okay, kind of looks like seaweed to me. I'm going to dry it up and we're going to put that transfer back on and rechalk it. Do you guys ever mix like transfers with freehand painting? Do you ever paint with the paste? You know, my favorite medium is really acrylic. I'm trying to do watercolors for other projects other than chalk. And I love the way that the watercolors mix colors. They're so pretty. I haven't quite got the hang of it. They seem kind of chalky to me. And I don't know whether that's because I have non-quality watercolors and I need a better color, or if I'm just not used to it yet. Have you guys ever tried watercoloring? So I do have some thicker spots of white, but I think it's okay. This is pretty much dry. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and wax this one more time because I'm gonna put that sticky transfer back over that painted surface. And I don't want that painted surface to come up. So I'm gonna get a little bit of this wax. This one isn't the Chalk Couture one. I'm not sure where my Chalk Couture one is, but I'm gonna go ahead and wax. Whoops. Uh-oh. Guys, see what I did? His eye wasn't completely dry. So what I'm gonna do, and try to repair that. I may have to repaint in. Some of this may look like additional clouds, but I may have to go over it with the white. So I've just got a paper towel here with water, trying to blot off what I smeared. And I think where it's removing the blue background is okay. I think that's going to be like extra clouds. But I do need to repaint on that white, his face. Of course. And I may want to touch up with that blue just a little bit. See if I have any blue that I can use to touch up right here in the sky where I do see some black. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. So I am going to dry him again. So even when we make mistakes, we can fix them. Chalk Couture is the chalk is very forgiving, especially when you've waxed the surface first. It helps. Okay. So do I dare try to wax again? Let's see. Okay, good enough. Now also you may want to actually run a sanding block over it. I don't think I will though. I think I'm gonna leave it. Okay, so I have my transfer, which I've cleaned, and it's still sticky. Now these are nice because you can see through these. So I'm just gonna relay it back over where I've already chalked, and I can see through this. Smooth it down, make sure there's not any air bubbles. So this is what it looks like right now. See how you can kind of see through it? I'm gonna get my black velvet paste. Make sure I don't have any air bubbles so it doesn't bleed. I'm gonna get a squeegee, get a little bit of this black velvet. Now this is what you would be using because it comes with your kit. I'm just gonna go over the transfer wherever the silk screen has the white areas, and I'm gonna paste it. Just rub that paste right over it. Make sure you get any corners, any high spots, low spots. I always miss edges somehow. Okay. So this is what it looks like. I'm going to go ahead and peel it down. Actually, I'll peel it up because this corner is already up. And as I peel it, I'm looking to make sure I've got full coverage. I didn't skip anything. Oh my gosh, it looks so cute. I'm going to get this transfer wet. The black is harder to clean. It's highly pigmented and it's a little messier. I'm going to get it wet. But this is what it looks like right now. I've got like a paint pen here. You can use a chalk marker. You can use a Posca marker. This is what I have. And looks like it's never been used. Oh, it might even be silver. That was black. Oh, it is black. Okay. So it's flowing. And I'm going to go ahead and draw in his eye a little bigger because I think it needs to be bigger. And then I'm going to go around these clouds. Actually, I'm going to clean this transfer first. I just know I'm going to end up in it. So I'm going to go ahead and clean the transfer. Black is messy. It's highly pigmented. It seems to get me every time. I'm going to add water. Wipe it a couple times with paper towels. And then I'm going to use my board eraser. A board eraser is just like a sponge. It's like a magic eraser sponge, but it doesn't have any chemicals, so it won't harm the sticky on your transfer. It really cleans up your transfers very well. I'm going to clean my surface underneath, flip it over, and spray it again. Now this side isn't as dirty. The paste was not applied to it, it just went through. But you do want to get all that paste out of the silk screen. Rub gently. And then I go ahead and get a paper towel. Clean my surface. I wipe the top. I lightly go over the bottom. See how your transfer may stain? You can see some black on it. That's okay, as long as you get the paste out of the silk screen. And it looks kind of black right now, but I think if you put it against something else, you'll see. Anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and reapply that to my transfer backer that I saved. This is what it came with. I'm just going to go ahead and apply it to the white side. Smooth it on so there's not any air bubbles. It's all adhered and stuck to the transfer. I stick it back in the cellophane wrapper that it came in, and I store it that way. Now, I'm going to go ahead and finish up my clouds. I wanted to kind of detail those a little bit. So I'm just going over with this paint marker. And like I said, you can use a chalk marker, you can use a Posca marker, whatever you have. I'm just going to go ahead and define those clouds a little bit. And even the wispy ones, I'm going to go ahead and define a little bit. And the wispy ones are really the unintentional ones, the ones that were kind of a mess up. And one last cloud. Voila, guys. Look how cute he is. I might want to soften the edges of those clouds. I don't know. Okay, so we are done chalking. This is our frame. And once again, this is called an inside, a drop-in frame. And it's finished on both edges. It's really sturdy frame. You just simply drop this in. And you have a beautiful frame picture. And you could chalk on the back side as well. And it comes with 2 other surfaces, which means 4 more surfaces. So you can use these as well. So this is really a great reusable project for you to get. And if you want it, go ahead and type in the word Doghouse, D-O-G-H-O-U-S-E. Check your messenger. It will come as a link to you for to click on. And you can do this. Now, once again, it only comes with the black paste. I added the blue, the red, and the white, and the green. But you can do whatever you want with it. I hope you have fun trying this. This is really a lot of fun. And I really can't wait to do the other sides. Maybe I'll do a flag or something on the back side. Anyway, I hope you love this. I love it. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys again soon. Bye-bye.